This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 5429 76th Street, Los Angeles, California, 90045. Today is September 24th, 2022. We're performing a video waste and sewer line inspection through a 3-inch ABS waste line cleanout located at the rear right-hand corner of the house, just outside the bathroom window in between the AC condenser, or next to the AC condenser. This is our 3-inch ABS waistline clean out. This goes towards our backyard area here. And this is our bathroom window, and the clean out's just below the bathroom window. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and zero the camera monitor here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to push through and possibly see which direction the sewer is running. We could be possibly, there are some telephone poles in the back, the rear of the property, so we could be running towards the rear of the property. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to push out. We got a little bit of debris on our camera lens. There we go. We'll just get rid of that debris. What we'll do is we'll just continue to push out, and got some debris there again. We'll push out approximately 20 feet, 30 feet on our camera monitor, and we'll just see which direction we're headed in. I'm going to pause here for a moment. We'll run a little bit of water. Okay, we're just running a little bit of water with the water hose to try to help clear our camera lens. So again, we'll just utilize a little bit of this water, help it keep it flushed out. What we'll do is we'll continue to push out. And what we'll do is we'll possibly push out to maybe 40 feet or so on our camera monitor, and then we can take a good look and locate and see which direction we're headed. It does appear that we're probably heading out towards the front of the property. So again, continue to push out. Still appears to be black ABS sewer pipe or waste line. So we're going to pause here. I'm going to shut this water down. So it does appear as we pull back just a little bit, you can see that we do have an opening in this area right around the 12 o'clock area. And what we're going to do is we're going to push in just a little bit, and we're going to locate this area. We're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and we are heading out towards the front of our property. So right now we're just inside the hallway area. So what we're going to do is we'll pause here for a moment. Okay, again, as I mentioned, we're in the hallway at the front of the house. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. So we are still in black ABS waste line. We're going to continue to push out. We'll make a little bit of a turn. We did run a little bit of water, so when we pull back, we'll take a really good look at the waste line on the way back. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. The joint appeared to be in fair condition. Getting a little more debris buildup on our camera lens. We'll pause here for a moment. I'm going to run a little bit of water just to help us clear this lens. Good. Okay, we went ahead and turned on a little bit of water. It's going to let it catch up. We'll get our camera lens nice and clear, and what we'll do is we'll leave a little bit of water running just to help us push out and also to help keep our camera lens clear. So again, we'll just pause our mic here for a moment, wait for the water to catch up. Okay, we went ahead and got a little bit of water running, so we're just going to again utilize this water to help us push out. Also help keep our camera lens clear. Again, we just got some buildup. It does appear we got another opening here in this area here, right around the 12 o'clock area. I'm going to push in a little bit. Just as we push in a little bit, I can see that there's some vitreous clay just in front of us there, and it does appear to have a fairly, it appears to be a root intrusion. But what we're going to do is we're going to pull back just a little bit, and we're going to push in just underneath this clean out. We're going to locate this area, so we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and it's just to the left of the front door underneath a large plant, bush, should I say, a large bush there. And we did mark it with the red flag at 2 foot 9 inches deep, just in front of the bush. The opening is underneath the bush, and you're definitely not going to get it without removing the bush. So we're going to go ahead and shut off our locator. What we'll do is, as you can see, as we push in, you can see that we do have an offset in this joint here from about the 3 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 9 o'clock areas. You can see we have some root intrusion as well. So we're going to just try to get up and over this area, and we're going to continue to push out. And you've got another offset. There's a good shift there in the pipe. You can see quite a bit of root intrusion in these joints. You can see a break here as well in this joint as well. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. We're just out in front of our mainline sewer clean out, so we did mark that area there. We do have some concrete in that area, and as you can see in the next joint here, you can see another joint full of root intrusion in that joint as well. Pull back just a little bit. Let's see there, possibly at the top there. And again, it does appear to be a full diameter root intrusion in that joint as well. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to push out. You can see these roots are bedded down. Again, more roots in that joint as well. And you can see another crack in that joint there from about the 3 o'clock going all the way up and around. It does appear to be possibly a full diameter crack. You can see it going all the way up and around to about the 9 o'clock. So again, we'll just continue to push out. And as we push out, we do got some more. It does appear to be more root intrusion in that area there as well. Possibly a little bit of, looks like mud or concrete overpour in that joint. So again, we'll just continue to push out to the next joint. In that joint as well, you can see in that joint as well that you can see that we do have some more root intrusion in that joint right around the 3 o'clock area. So again, we'll just continue to push out. And that little bit of buildup that's looking like concrete, that's actually debris that's being broken down coming up on the next joint. Hey, you're going too fast. I gotta see the joints. Huh?
Putting a lot of slaughter in there.
No, I'm not. I'm calling them out.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and continue to push out. Again, push out slowly, take a good look at the joint. And you can see there we do got another crack in that joint as well. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to push out. We'll push out slowly, just so we can see the joints. And again, coming up on the next joint there, and as you can see in this joint as well, you can see that we do have another crack in this joint as well. We'll pull back just a little bit. You can see a crack coming from about the 9 o'clock, going all the way up and around to about the 3 o'clock area. And again, more root intrusion in that joint. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, in this joint here, you can see that we do have an offset from about the 11 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 5 o'clock area. So again, we'll continue to push out. What we're going to do is we're going to push out to our test tee area. It does appear that we got let me pull back just a little bit. It does appear that we got a tie-in in this area. This could possibly be our test tee area here, and it's just rolled in from behind us. We are at about approximately another 30 feet out in front of the house. So what we'll do is we'll push in just a little bit. Just take a good look as we push in. And again, more root intrusion in that joint as well. What we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area at 5 foot 9 inches deep. This is just in front of the property, right at the edge of the grass and the sidewalk. So again, we do have another large root intrusion. A little difficult to tell in this joint, but as we pull back just a little bit there, it does appear possibly be a crack in that joint as well. You can see the root intrusions coming through, and then a little bit what resembles a crack there coming from about the 9 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 6 o'clock area. So again, more root intrusion in that joint. We're going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, more root intrusion in that joint as well, from about the 12 o'clock going all the way down to about the 5 o'clock. And again, more root intrusion. Let's continue to push out. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appeared a little bit of roots coming in that joint there. Just a little bit of roots there you can see coming in. Possibly a little bit of a crack right there as well. Right around the 5 o'clock area, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock area there. We're running a little bit of water just to help us continue to push out. So again, we'll just go ahead and continue to push out. And coming up on the next joint. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. Coming up on our next joint, and then that joint there, you can see a little bit of an offset in that joint there, a little bit of root intrusion. Again, we'll just continue to push out, and we drop down into our city sewer tie-in. So it does appear that majority of the root intrusions in the cracked and broken pipe, vitreous clay piping, sewer piping is located on the property. Once we transition to our saddle area and right around the sidewalk area, we push past that just a little bit. We get into the lateral. We have a little minor root intrusions in those areas, but no signs of any breaks or any major cracks. So again, what we'll do is we just shut our water down. What we'll do is we'll pause here for a moment. We'll get this water to stop running, and as we'll pull back and take a good look. Okay, again, as I mentioned, we went ahead and pushed all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go ahead and pull back. We're going to pull back slowly, take a good look. We did push out, take a good look at the lateral. The lateral appeared to be in a fair and maintainable condition. So we'll continue to pull back. We'll make a little bit of a turn. That's our saddle. Saddle appears to be in fair condition. Again, a little bit of minor roots in some of the joints in the vitreous clay lateral, which is in the street. A little bit of root intrusions in that joint there, but again, nothing major. So again, we'll just continue to pull back. That joint appeared to be in fair condition, and that joint appears to be in fair condition, and that joint appears to be in fair condition, and that joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition. We'll just continue to pull back. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And as we pull back, we got a little bit of root intrusion in this area here. So again, we'll just continue to pull back. We did mark this area. And again, this is right about here. We marked this area here. We're, again, push in just a little bit. And again, you can see as we pull back, you can see that a little bit of rough area there as we pull back. You can see some large root intrusion coming in that area. So we did mark this area here right around the sidewalk at a 5 foot 9 inches deep. So again, from this point as we pull back, the vitreous clay sewer line pipe and fittings appear to have multiple root intrusions, offsets, and we do have several cracks and a large break that's visible in the vitreous clay sewer line pipe and fittings. And again, this is on the property. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. We did mark the mainline sewer clean out at the front of the house, which we do have a large offset, and we did mark the area next to the sidewalk where we transition into our lateral. And again, as we pull back, you can see all these joints are just root intruded. You can see in that joint there we had another crack in that joint. And then we'll continue to pull back. And again, another large root intrusion, possibly a break in that joint as well. And again, we'll just continue to pull back, another large root intrusion in that joint. Fairly good size offset in that joint as well, another large root intrusion. And then what we're going to do is we're going to push back in just a little bit to where we had that break, and we're just going to try to identify that area again so we get a good look. I'm pushing a little bit more. And it was right in this area here. Pull back. And this joint here is where we have a break there. You can see from about the 4 o'clock area going all the way up and around to about the 8 o'clock area. And again, this area is just in front of the mainline sewer clean out, just underneath the sidewalk there, just in front of it, the planter area. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. As we pull back, another large root intrusion. Again, we'll continue to pull back. We transition back into our black ABS sewer pipe. Our black ABS waistline. And all our black ABS waistline all appear to be in fair and maintainable condition. No visible signs of any root intrusions, any breaks, or any major offsets. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. There are going to be long lengths of black ABS waistline. Again, this is running from the rear right-hand corner of the house, just outside bathroom window next to the AC condenser. So again, all the black ABS waistline all appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. So again, we'll just continue to pull back. Make a little bit of a turn, and we're going to come up and out of our clean out, and that will conclude our video waste and sewer line inspection.